welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos, and this is a 2026 Kia Sportage. The 2026 Sportage comes with a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine that produces 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can have the Sportage front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. The Kia Sportage competes in the compact SUV segment, which is one of the biggest segments overall in the market, against cars like the Honda CR-V, the Mazda CX-5, the Nissan Rogue, and the Chevrolet Equinox, among many others. And the Kia Sportage, it is very competitive. It is unique looking and have a lot of features. It's sure that it's here to compete hard. Fuel economy for the 2026 Sportage is a 9.9 liters per 100 kilometers city, 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 24 mpg city and 30 mpg highway, and those are based on the all-wheel drive models. Price for the 2026 Sportage starts in Canada around the 34,000 Canadian dollars, and the top trim goes to around 48,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the base price starts around 28,000 US dollars, and the top trim comes around 39,000 US dollars. The interior on the 2026 Kia Sportage, and we are in the top trim, which is the X-Line Limited for Canada at least, and of course there are some elements here exclusive for this trim. So the materials are all nice and high quality. They are not the softest, but they are not cheap plastic, so they look good and very well put together. The support points are also really comfortable. And if you can see here, the cabin has this terracotta brown color in the seats and part of the dashboard, even in the steering wheel, because we are in the top trim and this color is exclusive for this trim. The steering wheel comes wrapped in leather and is heated, and we have a two-spoke design and is flat on the top and in the bottom. We have two memory seats for two different drivers, and the front windows are one touch up and down. Then we have a dual 12.3 inches digital screen here, one for the gauge cluster, and you can configure the way that that looks, and you can also change the information that is showing you all the time. It is simple but very well designed and very user-friendly. And we have here the second screen, which is your infotainment screen, and the icons are huge and also very well designed, and the graphic design is great too, and you have a main screen with your map and other information that you can configure there, like your music or your connection, and then you have your apps and your other icons there for settings and all that stuff. Comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We also have this trim here that is like fake wood, but it's in gray. It looks really sharp. I really like it, especially in contrast with the darker trim here and the lighter or brown trim here. And we have this also trim here that goes across and connect the air vents. For 2026, this interior design is slightly different. The air vents are different. The screens has been upgraded too, and the steering wheel is part of those changes as well. Here we have the air conditioning controls, which is a dual function with the some other car functions, but especially the infotainment touch here. So I like because it's sleek and slim, and you don't have this full of buttons and stuff. This is a digital screen, by the way, with two knobs. You have a button here that you can move from the air conditioning controls, and you can control your temperature with your knobs and the other stuff you see here. And when you change that, then it becomes some of these controls, and you have more home and the maps and search and media, set up all the stuff, and it becomes your volume knob. So it is cool looking and it's a interesting solution. I give that to Kia. But while driving, it's a little bit challenging to be changing back and forth. And also, you are driving, you are paying attention to the road, you will forget in which area you are, and you will be changing your temperature when you need to change your volume, and vice versa. I'm sure that as an owner, you will get used to that. I mean, I have been driving this car for a week and I still get all confused and I have to look at it. Again, I like the idea and the intention. I'm not sure for a car and driver, this is fully intuitive and ideal, but I don't mind it. We have a wireless charger here, two USB-C ports. Your start-stop button is down here, a regular shifter, thank you Kia, and you have your controls for your heated and ventilated seats that this has, and some other controls here or buttons, including the one for the camera, which I like. Two cup holders that can be closed and open, and the center console is on the medium side. I will say the glove box has a decent size too. We have this panoramic sunroof. I forgot to mention the seats are heated and ventilated. As just said, they are really comfortable and they are in this top trim, in this terracotta brown with the perforation in the middle and this unique design headrest, and the design of the seats is really cool. I really like it and adds to all the premiumness vibe on this cabin. Really cool. I fit behind myself based on the driving position, and there is plenty of space for my knees. Enough space for my height. There is an armrest there with two cup holders. The seats can be reclined. They are really comfortable too, and they are heated because we are in the top trim. The trunk I find very big. I mean, for the class, it's very competitive, it's wide and it's deep. I like it. It will be as practical as any other SUV on this segment. So the Kia Sportage for 2026, a few upgrades here, looking good, better than before, adding stuff in, you know, the typical Kia way. So this is really nice. So how is to drive the 2026 Kia Sportage? It's really nice. This is competing in one of the most crowded segments for cars in general, but also for SUVs. And Kia knows exactly what to do and is doing it. Very, very nice. So the cabin is very well insulated. I think it's class competitive, I would say. It's not the most silent car I ever driven, but the compact SUVs are around here, depending on the model. It is good. I think it is a quiet enough car. It's comfortable enough. You won't feel like you are buying something cheap or anything. It's pretty adequate, I would say. And I'm coming from a lot of luxury cars and all that, so you can tell, but it's good. It's perfectly aligned with what you find in the class, so that's good. The suspension, though, is one of the highlights in my opinion. It is really good. This is not a floaty car, so it's set for comfort, but it's tight enough. And it makes the car really, really comfortable because the suspension is able to separate yourself from the most stuff from the road, so it feels solid. The car doesn't vibrate, the cabin is not doing anything. You feel that you are driving a very solid car, and that to me is very important because it's kind of part of the money that you are putting down and investing in a car like this. This is not the most expensive segment, but also these are not inexpensive vehicles. We are driving the top trim, so you know there is money here, but Kia is making sure that they are giving you your money back. I really like the suspension setup here. It really deals very well with all the imperfections from the road while making it comfortable. I like it. It's good. It's very good. And then we have the steering. The steering is okay, soft. It's really comfortable to drive around. I also think it's adequate for the class. It's in general pretty good. My only observation here is that I had to do a lot of corrections in the highway, and that's strange for a car of this size and in this segment to me, but hey, it is what it is. It's okay. I think especially as an owner, you will get used to this, no problem. It's easy to drive in general. I just would prefer that on center it will be more tied in and, you know, dialed in. If you are in the market for an SUV from the compact segment, you need to test drive because there are a lot of them, and there will be maybe features or maybe driving dynamics or maybe the looks or I don't know the brand that will bring you in. So you need to test drive. That's what will tell you which one you really like and which one you really want. So the brakes are good. I find the brake also pretty adequate for this car. This car doesn't feel heavy or big or anything. I like the size of this car, and it's good. The brakes does the job that they are supposed to do, stopping this car. I like that. They are competent enough, in my opinion. Then we have the transmission, which is an 8-speed automatic transmission, also doing a pretty good job. It's in chill mode most of the time. The shifting is pretty smooth, I would say, for the class and for the price of the car, so that is good. It downshifts. It takes a little bit longer for downshifting and taking off, I would say, but not a deal breaker by any means. It's good. It's good enough. It's uncomplicated. This is a car that you will get and go and come back with no issues whatsoever. So you forget about the car pretty much. It's good for most consumers. This is a pretty solid product, and I do like it and can recommend. So I like this in general. The engine though, the engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder and produces 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque, and that also is class average. That's right there what everybody else is offering. Some offer a little bit more power, less torque, or more torque, less power. Unless you go to the special engines, which are the hybrids or the turbos, this is what you will get in the class. And that's why I'm telling you, you need to test drive, because the small things will be the ones that swing you to one car or the other, because they are all really, really competitive. All brands are doing a fantastic job, and I think Kia is doing a job that separates themselves from the rest and is giving you features and specialties. I really like the philosophy from Kia lately. Really nice product, really solid, and it feels expensive, it feels premium, it feels different. I like it. So the engine is fine. It has been doing a pretty good job around. In the city it's perfect. In the highway was really good. You know, when you need to pass, it passes. There are other options with more power in the segment. So again, check that. But I think this is very competitive overall. It's nice. And also the engine doesn't sound that much, and the combination between the engine and the transmission is great. I have no complaints. This is a pretty good and, as I said, solid product from Kia. I like it. And then we have, sorry, I shouldn't have left this for last, but visibility. It's great. So the windows are tall. There is a little window here. This A-pillar doesn't seem to be overly thick. The windshield is separated from me, so there's an air and a space sensation on this cabin. I have plenty of visibility. Visibility from the rear mirror is great. The side of the side mirrors is great too, and you have blind spot monitoring there. The D-pillar is on the thick side. There's a blind spot there, but that's typical for this class and this type of vehicle, so it's fine. You have a pretty good 360 camera here as well. But I do also have an observation here. The windshield has this thing. I think it's a defroster. Well, now I'm driving in the middle of the day, and it's reflecting the sun on me, and that compromises visibility to my eyes. Again, not a deal breaker. I'm just making the observation. If you're going to test drive, watch out for this, because especially at night, it reflects the lights from the streets and from the cars, so it gets busy. And I don't know, I'm not crazy about this. They need to take this off. Super functional to have a defroster, but I don't think that should compromise visibility whatsoever. I have a particular set of eyes, so maybe it's me, but hey, watch out because it could be you too. Other than that, I think this car is really good. It turns really well too, so it doesn't lean all over the place. It feels tossable and controllable and responsive. The suspension, the setup and the calibration in the suspension, as I said before, is top notch. I really like this car. I think anybody that gets this car will be extremely happy. I have a family member that just got a Kia, and we talked recently and they told me they cannot believe they pay what they pay for what they got. And I think that's very true and also very present here in the Kia Sportage. So this is a good one. The 2026 Kia Sportage was already a very strong product. With all the updates that Kia has done here, it's making sure to close the gap to the top.